Welcome back to All Things Gumball, where today I'm going to talk to you about 10 things. We're going to talk about 10 things. We're going to talk about the 5 top locations for a vending machine, for your vending machine business, and I'm going to talk to you about the 5 worst vending machine locations. So let's start with the top 5, okay? The top 5, I'd say the first place you want to find a location for your vending machine, the best place is going to be an oil change place. It's a place like Quick Car. It's a place where people will come in, they will bring in their car to have it serviced, and the service employees will work on it for 20 or 30 minutes, and then those customers are gone. So your captive audience, you have a captive audience when you place your little gumball machine in that location. You have a captive audience for 20 or 30 minutes. The lady or the man, the gentleman that's sitting there who is having his oil changed, he maybe watches the TV, looks around for a magazine or a newspaper to look at, and by chance they happen to see your little gumball machine in the corner, and they'll go over and grab a little snack sometimes. Or maybe a mother in the afternoon, maybe pick up her kids from school and they're a little irritated or anxious or tired or whatever. You know how kids can be, and she wants to get the oil changed before she goes home, and the kids are anxious or upset or whatever, and she says, here's a quarter, go get some candy from the vending machine. So that's the first place I'd try to find locations. I live in Texas, and we have a lot of Mexican restaurants, and I would say the second best location, if I had to kind of find some really good locations that are mom and pop businesses, and always, as I said, try to focus on mom and pop businesses. What that means is find a business where you can talk to the owner and get in the door right away. You don't have to worry about climbing a chain of command or a ladder of command. You don't have to talk to this manager and the manager above him and the manager above him. You get a yes or a no answer right there at the door. Mexican restaurants are very good at consuming vending machine candy. So if you put a vending machine in a Mexican restaurant, just be prepared to go there once a week. So if you put your vending machine in a Mexican restaurant, be prepared to go there once a month, okay? For the most part, the candy will get consumed very ferociously. And I think the reason why that is the Mexican people, they really like to, they're family oriented. They really love their families, which is positive. I think it's a great idea to spend time with family. And what I believe is happening, I'm not sure, I've never sat there and watched what happened, but I believe what's happening is the families come in, they eat, but they want to sit around and talk. They want to spend time talking. And maybe the children are getting anxious because they don't want to be there longer than an hour. And so they get anxious, and the mom and dad, they give them a quarter, give the kids a quarter and say, go get a candy, a little candy. And that kind of occupies the child for a while. Number 3 on our top list of locations to find vending machines is barbers, men's barbers. Women's barbers don't do so well. I don't really know why. I have my theories, but number 3 would be barbers. Number 4, and they're not in any particular order, of course, so indoor flea markets do very well. You don't want to place them in outdoor flea markets because, for one, you don't have anyone keeping an eye on the machines when the flea market is out of business, because some flea markets only work on weekends. If you place a vending machine there and nobody's there during the weekdays, those machines could get stolen. And if they're outside, they're going to be dealing with the weather, the rain, the heat. So indoor flea markets do very well. And number 5, I'd say coffee shops. And if you put little breath mints inside of coffee shops, I've never done it, but people, after they drink coffee, they want to have a breath mint. The 5 worst locations. So let's talk about the 5 worst locations for finding a vending machine, or to place a vending machine. Beauty salons. For some reason, beauty salons, and as I said, these are not in any particular order, but beauty salons don't really do very well. And there's a theory that the women there, they don't want their girlfriend to see them eating candy from the vending machine. Maybe the girlfriend will think, aren't you chubby enough as it is? So they may not have a reason to want to do those or use those vending machines. Number 2, dry cleaners. Dry cleaners don't do very well at all Because what happens is when you place your vending machine in a dry cleaner, and here's one thing that you really want to consider. If you do place your vending machine in a dry cleaner, you may say to yourself, well, at least it's in a location. It's not at my house, it's not in my garage, it's not taking up space in my storage unit. So that may be a positive reason to put it in a dry cleaner until you can find a better location. A lot of dry cleaners I've seen, they have a big window facing the sunshine, and so your machine will be sitting in the hot sun all day long, and so that can damage the candy very quickly, and you'll be throwing away a lot of candy and you're not going to make a lot of money. And the reason why those type of locations don't do well is because when people bring in their laundry to do, for the dry cleaner to do, they're in, they drop off their clothes, and then they run out the door. So you need a captive audience. You need someone that's going to sit there for 10 or 15 minutes. Number 3, places where you would take your car to get it worked on, like a transmission place or a body, an auto body place, or a motor, a place that works on motors. Usually those places are pretty easy to get in because they're mom and pop, and they can give you an answer, a mom and pop business, and they can give you an answer right away. They can say yes or no. But the only problem is they might have like 2 or 3 employees. And again, it's like the dry cleaner idea. People will bring their car, drop it off, and run out the door. They're not going to stick around and camp out for very long. So this is another reason why you don't want to go to places where, and as I said, transmission places and places that fix motors and cars and body work, they usually have 3 or 4 employees. As you drive up to the location, look for the cars in the parking lot. How many cars are in the parking lot? How many employees are there? You want to have about 20 cars in the parking lot or more, of course. Places that don't do well, print places. Places that people make flyers and posters and things like that. And the reason why is because I'm going to create my artwork and I'm going to send it to the printer through the email system. They send me back the proofs. If I like it, I run in, grab the print, pay them the money, and I run out. And a lot of those places, they really don't have a lot of employees also. So the key answer is, how many cars are in the parking lot? How many employees? Ask them. Say, if you go into a print place, they may say, yeah, we'd love to have a vending machine in here for our employees. And ask them, how many employees do you have? If they say we've only got 3, 4, 5, then that's probably not going to be a location that you want to keep for a long period of time. But it's going to be a location better than your apartment or your house or your storage unit or your garage. At least it's making money. The problem is the money will come in so slowly that the candy will get stale. But keep in mind, if you don't have a lot of space in your house or your apartment or whatever, this is a good place to store your machine. And again, it's making a little bit of money. So that's the number 4th one. And then of course, Asian restaurants. As I've mentioned before, Asian restaurants don't really do very well. And it's because I believe the Asian people don't really let their kids eat the candy. I think that they want to eat healthy foods and they don't want their kids to eat candy. If you go to an Asian restaurant and you see a lot of American people eating at that restaurant, and you can get in that business, in that location, in that restaurant, that will probably be a good location, because American people do eat candy from vending machines. Just Asian people don't usually do that. Now, I say that, and yet in Japan, they have the highest per capita of vending machines in the world. In Japan, go figure. Someone asked me about churches. I've had a couple of churches where I've had vending machines, and they don't really do very well. And the only one of the reasons why I don't really want to put my vending machines in churches, I love churches, but you don't want your candy to get holy. The only thing you want to be holy is donuts and bagels. All right, I hope that has helped you with your vending machine business. Look forward to more of these videos, and forgive my dry sense of humor. And I will catch you in another video. Actually, you will catch me in another video. I will never see you. Actually, I do see some of these people. Some of the people do make videos, and I see some of their videos. Like Mike G. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good evening.